Cousteau, get off. Here. He's having some pear, and I found a nice paint stain this morning, a whole pocket full of flakes. Thought I was gonna find something, a big point or something, but didn't. But the paint stain's awesome, and I mean, an Indian used it for weeks. I'll do a little demonstration in this one, showing you what they were used for and how it got down to that, and kind of show you how long it took. It's a pretty intimate object, and it's nice. And like I said, I'll show you some other ones. And here's my pet squirrel, the squirrel buddy, getting these pears. He loves them. Tell him you love pears. But anyway, I'll get back here in a minute when I get the stuff out and start making some paint. This is Native American paint, how it was made. Later. All right, I'm out on the river. It's horrible hot today, but I've been here a while, at least an hour and a half. I've got this whole handful of big flakes and stuff. The water's way down. Let me put this back in my pocket. I take all that. I finally got an artifact worth filming. I found a piece of rubbed hematite right above this sifting place here in one of my last Arrowhead hunting videos, and I got another one, and it looks really nice. See if you see it. It's a nice piece right here. Oh man, this is nice. Look at, I mean, these things are razor sharp, these edges. Facet, facet, facet on the end, facet. Oh man, that's nice. I mean, they're just like razor hematite silt bits on all three sides there. Look at that. That's a nice artifact. Perfect, just razor sharp edges. Mirror what would happen here. They would rub this down and get paste, and you can see they rubbed it on that side, probably held it just like that till it was exhausted and threw it down. That is a nice one. Man, that's a nice little artifact. Got something. I'm gonna look around another hour or so, and then I'm gonna get to a dump. Yeah, I just got this little tool by the end of it. It could even be a flint cell, a crude one. You can see it's all tapered down there, chipped down. Just got that, nothing to brag about there. I got a whole pocket full of flint. Man, I like that hematite piece. That's nice. The reason I find so much hematite is because of this. It's as heavy as lead, like almost as heavy as gold. Like it's natural iron, or it's heavy. This stuff's usually mush up on it. The last piece I found, right here's the base clay. You can see the stuff laying on it. Washed right off the base clay. Following the base clay down, all this stuff's laying on it. See right here, base clay. Hardest thing. Gold drops on the hardest, the bedrock, the cracks. This stuff's hard. I mean, you can't even press into it. It's all laying right on it. I scoop with my shovel, I don't know, about that far into the base clay, so I get a thin peel of it, and that hematite's laying right on it that's coming out of the bank, every piece. And I'd say I'm getting 98% of them. You saw how small that piece was. That's a great find. I'll do a demonstration on how they use those and show the paste and the paint. It's pretty interesting. That is a piece that was held for probably weeks. It was probably a piece at least this big, faceted all the way down into a piece that could no longer be used. It was used to paint all kinds of stuff. It's a very personal, intimate object from thousands of years ago. This is an Amos site, you know, I'd say, you know, over 8,000 years old. So probably a little bit more than that, you know. 8,900 to 9,900 is what I feel with the big sandy broad bases coming out, and I could find one of them in here or an Amos, but it's 95, and I'm starting to get, you can see I've really done a lot of stuff. I've sifted a truckload of dirt easily, but come up through here and see all this stuff laying. There could be hematite laying in here. Well, we know there is someplace, because I found that piece in my last video laying out. That piece that's like that big. It's real nice. I'll show a few other pieces of hematite too, and then I'm heading to a dump and dig some more bottles and finish that video later. All right, here's the faceted piece of hematite I just dug in this video. Facet there, razor sharp edge, another facet, razor sharp edge, other facet. we're gonna put this right in the frame with a lot of other ones I found. Here's a little, they made celts out of it too. That's a little celt. See how it was kind of chipped into place? You can chip this. And there's the bit. This piece is awesome. Some of you might remember me finding this. I would say this is an Arrowhead handle weight. Look at how stylized it is. That's no paint stain. The way that's made, that probably was right on the arm of the Arrowhead thrower. Lots of other little ones. I just found another one too that's not in this case. See the facets on it? Here's another little awesome one that's all faceted down to exhaustion. Here's one, little different style. Here's another piece of hematite that's a little lower quality, but you can see the difference in color. See, this one has a little bit different color. But what I'm gonna do now is, I got in my pocket, I got an embrader stand here. Got another piece in my pocket that's just kind of raw. It's off an Indian site, but it's not, it's had a little work on it, but not much. So I'm gonna use it as a demonstration. And what they did, you can get a dry powder. See, you can get the dry powder there. And I'd say they ground this stuff up. You can see there starts the facet. This is a really coarse piece of hard sandstone that is almost like, probably like 80 grit sandpaper. But see the facet starting, and imagine how long it took to make that piece I found today. See, it's like a dust. Now let's add a little water. See, look at the paste now. Let's just paint this cup. See, kind of a maroon, nice pigment. And if you play around with different pieces, like I said, that would be a lot brighter. This is how they did it, folks, right here. And you start seeing, after you do this, I've painted a lot of stuff with this, like art that I've made, Native American themed art in the past. After you make this the way I'm doing it here, you start to see the use patterns in the sandstone. And I just found an ancient piece that's like this. That's how I knew what it was when I first found it, or thought it was. And then I found a piece of hematite that fit in it. But you can see here, see, look here, all that paste off of it. Look at that beautiful color. Look at that. They were painting all kinds of stuff with it, but see the facet there on that piece? At the end of the video here, I'll put up a link to a pipe I made, a bird pipe, and I painted it all with hematite paste. Made a elbow pipe, made a head of a bird that sticks in it. It'll be right on the left, right up here. But I wanted to do this demonstration for some artists on here that have asked about this. You can even kind of watercolor paint with this. Use this color and charcoal, and it looks awesome. Imagine the black with this coming in. You can do some really beautiful stuff, but that's what these pieces are used for. Hope you enjoyed this little demonstration. I'm gonna head to a dump and finish a video. I found some pretty cool items last night. I'm just gonna add to the video. But there's the facet right off this work. You can see the dip in this sandstone too. Hope you enjoyed this, but we've got another nice little piece today. Let me grab it here. Let me switch hands. That's a nice one. Man, them edges are just razor sharp. You cut yourself with them. It's tool grade hematite, and it's definitely a paint stain. Later.